Hi everyone, I'm Becky, your APS Employee Wellness Coordinator. It's time for our stretch break. It's going to be a little bit more yoga-y, but don't let that intimidate you. It's not going to be a whole lot, just a little to get you moving. And then we're going to talk about the spiritual wellspring for energy management. That's where we are. We're finally at the end of our year-long push for health and harmony, that Thrive in 2025 initiative that we started in January. And believe it or not, now we're in November. And so we get to finish the year with our spiritual wellspring. So we'll talk more about that at the end. Okay, here we go. So let's start. If you're comfortable taking your shoes off, I like to take my shoes off. We're going to start with simple breaths. So the first breath is yours. Take it any way you want. Just inhale and then exhale. Now the second breath, let's be a little more intentional. Inhaling and reach the arms up. And we're going to hold that breath. And we're going to exhale. Palms are out, opening through the bicep, the front of the arm. Again, reach, inhale. And exhale. Just take a nice shoulder roll to loosen up through the neck. We always like to start with breathing. Let's get ourselves centered, grateful for what we get to do next. So you're going to reach one arm up and one arm down. Nice strong in the midsection, you're going to reach. So it's a little side bend. Think of it like that. It doesn't have to look that way. But if you put that in your brain that you want to kind of really lift the rib from the hip, and on the other side you're coming down in. And now let's try the other. Reach and then tiny bend, keeping the shoulders and hips aligned. Now in the center, reach. We're going to take a little mountain man to baby back bend. Depends on how you feel comfortable here. I want you to tighten your midsection and your booty, and you can go back or just hold it up tall, but you want to be careful of that back, so squeezing through the glutes. Good. And now we take a forward fold, and we're going to take it halfway through to the knees or shins. Take a half back lift. Nice. And then you're going to come back down, hollow in through the belly, and now inhale, reach up. Exhale, one arm down, little side bend here. And then inhale, and exhale as you change sides. Nice. I want you just to connect here with your body, allow everything else to flow away. I want you to reach up here, bracing the midsection and the booty. Bring your hands together. Mountain man or little baby back bend, depending on how comfortable you feel. And then we take that forward fold. Take it to your point of comfort, right to the shins, and we take that half lift, hollowing it through the belly, opening the chest, and then release down. And then you're going to bend the knees and roll up. One more time, just reach. Good, and then we're going to take it out. Now we're going to go into intense pose. So I want you to I'm going to kind of be changing my position so you can see, but you got to bring your feet and knees together. And you want to squeeze those inner thighs. So we're right here, and we hold the arms back, and that's our lat strength, right? So I'm going to squeeze, brace, and sit. So I'm just sitting, and that's what you're doing too, right? But we're holding the chest open, and that strength comes from the middle back. Now our abdominals are strong. We're pushing in. Now here's what I want you to feel. I want you to lift your left heel and feel the weight shift to the right, but keep the knees and inner thighs together. Do you feel that? Just keep it strong right there. Heel up through the left, feeling the weight shift. And now all we're gonna do here is take that left foot back and pivot into warrior two. Warrior two. So here I am, opening through the chest, leaning into that right leg, and then just take it down. Now you can bring it to a forearm on the thigh, or you can open, but I want you to open the chest and hip, breathe and sink just a little bit. And then we just take that arm into the sun salutation here. Now we're in that little half bend, and we're reaching, and then just again, curl those arms into this little right angle. And then we bring it back into warrior two, and we pivot. Good, now take those arms back up. Now we're in this high crescent lunge stance. And my arms are open here. And then we're gonna take goddess. So I'm gonna come down and I'm coming into a lunge. Elbows in, so I'm opening the chest and I'm activating those back posture muscles that kind of get a little weak with too much desk work. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna flow my arms out, put my heel down and shift forward. Now we're reaching for energy. Reach forward. I want you to really get into that front leg. And then we come back up again, up on the toe. Sit down into that goddess lunge. Brace the midsection. And now inhale, reach forward. All I'm doing is shifting. I'm shifting the chest forward. I'm sitting into that front arm, leg. And reach up. Bring it down back into goddess. Good. Really feel that middle back contract and pull the shoulder blades down. One more reach. And all I'm doing is straightening that back leg to feel more calf. And now we come back up and in, bring it down, step in. Did you feel the heat in that right side? Me too. Now come up, bring the feet back together, intense pose, right? Squeeze it, arms are up, our middle backs are strong. Good. Now we're gonna take that left or that right foot, heel up and sit. Or sit first, I'm sorry. Sit. Good. Now bring that right heel up. Feel the weight shift into the left. Do you feel that? So we're gonna do all that on the other side. Open. Feel the strength. You have it. You just gotta use it. Now I'm gonna take this leg back. I'm just pivoting into warrior two. So it's just a nice smooth pivot, shift, open, and then take it over, reach. And again, if you need to anchor, anchor, or open and just see how far you can go here. How deep can you go? How much strength can you muster? I bet a lot. And now we're gonna take it into our sun salutation here, which really is right back where we started. We're just lifting the rib cage. We're allowing this C shape in the spine. Shift the other way here, open. Feel the weight in that left leg. So you just want to get down in it. Opening the chest, breathe. One more time in this sun salutation. And now we just pivot out of this. Good, and we're gonna go into that goddess with the lunge. So my heel is up and back, I'm gonna sit. And again, we're really opening through the chest, squeezing through that middle back. And then I take my torso forward and I'm reaching. My heel comes down and back, reach for it. Reach for all that good, positive mojo vibe. That front leg is feeling some heat. And now we come up, sit into the goddess. Breathe. Now inhale and reach. Extend that back leg. Come up and then down into the goddess. Feel how that hip opens through the right. So our hips forward. And then we do it again. We reach and extend. That's it. One more time here. Reach up and sit down. Good. And come up. Now we're going to do all that again. We're going to reach up. Right arm down. Left arm reach. Take it over to the other side. Bring both arms up. Baby back bend or mountain man. Squeezing through the midsection and the booty. Now we take that forward fold. Take it to your point. Down. Feel that release. Loosen the knees. Take those arms out. Reach up. Bring the feet together. Squeeze in tight. Squeeze in tight. Sit into the intense pose. Feel that middle back. Nice strength. Doesn't it feel good to move? Now you're lifting that left heel. Feel the weight shift in the right. We take that left leg back and we step and just pivot into warrior two. Opening the chest, fold it over. Breathe. Move into the sun salutation. Breathe. We're going to go into our pivot, into that goddess lunge. So I'm just going to pivot. My back heel is up and I'm sitting into that goddess pose. Just bringing those arms in. And now as I transition, I'm just going to reach forward and lean into it. Stretch it out. Come up. Pull down. Good. One more time. Reach through here. Can you bend that front leg further? I know I'm going off screen. Reach up. Come in. Nice. Bring it in. Exhale. Let's do it again. Reach up. Forward fold. Loosen those knees and roll. Bring those legs together and tense. Open those arms up and back. Sit. Good. Lift the right heel. Feel the weight shift into the left. That's good. You want to hold it. And then as we take that right leg back, we just pivot into warrior two. Pivot and then flow. Breathe. Sun salutation. Sink into that front leg. Now we're going to go right into that crescent lunge. Pivot. Down in to that warrior or that goddess arm movement. And now I'm going to shift forward and reach, heel down and back. We feel that left leg, get it. And we reach up and bring it down. Nice energy. One more time, reach. And then come up and exhale down. Shake that out. Woo! Gosh, I don't know if you felt that. I know I did. Good job. That was a good 12-minute kind of movement sequence right there. So thank you for joining me. Now let's talk about our spiritual wellspring. As you know, we've been following along the Thrive in 2025 initiative to reclaim health and harmony and following along the 4 wellsprings for energy management. Our physical energy, our mental energy, our emotional energy, and now our spiritual energy wellspring. In your November wellness newsletter, I've kind of gone down deep into that. And in the description below are some highlight points, the benefits of spiritual well-being and the benefits of spirituality in the workplace. So I want you to just take a look at the description below and join our focus activities. We're starting this week with, what is spirituality? We answer that question. There's several definitions. It's broader than what most people think. Finding our meaning, purpose, our value-based why, and how we want to show up in the world. What do we want to reflect, and who do we want to be? And sometimes that takes some introspection and identifying some of our core values and marrying our core values with our meaning and purpose. I started this journey when I was 35, so a long time ago. I started this journey, actually 28, I kind of identified what I felt like I was good at and what I wanted to do. And then I started marrying that intention with how I wanted to do it, who I wanted to be, and what I wanted to reflect. That's part of our spiritual energy wellspring, because when we're able to connect that with a higher purpose and a sense of belonging, and we're able to pull those things together, it helps us stay intrinsically motivated. And what I tell people is like physical exhaustion, being mentally tapped and emotionally drained is physically exhausting. And our spiritual wellspring is our power source. It's the power source that keeps us going despite all the other struggles that we might have going on, because our spiritual wellspring is that intrinsic motivation. It tells us we want to do these other things in our lives because we want to show up for other people, and we want to do it in a way with grace and compassion and kindness. So when you kind of take this journey with me this week on identifying your core principles, and values and your mission and what you want to do and how you want to do it. It helps you align with your physical, mental, and emotional wellspring. Helps align with those practices. And so we're going to bring all of that together this week, and you can join those focus activities on our Wellness at Work platform. Information's down below and in our November Wellness newsletter. Then we have practicing gratitude, and we have the power of social connection. I'm going to talk about the loneliness epidemic, which I've brought to you before. We've talked about the loneliness epidemic that's been going on. And so we're going to pull some of that in there too, and how our spiritual wellspring and just spirituality and wellness at work can help fill that void. So stay with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you.